Hey, what's going on? This is Ron with MenchacaChannel. Inspiration, motivation, and kingdom principles is what we do. In this video, we're going to be talking about stay away from still people. Now, what is it that you're talking about, Ron? Man, stay away from still, S-T-I-L-L, people. What's that all about? Hey, we're about to find out because I'm ready. You're ready. Let's do this thing. All right. In our journey in life, there's going to be people that can walk alongside you and enjoy the journey with you. And then they'll branch off and do their own thing. And that was just a season that they walked with you. But there's certain people who come around and just hanging on your neck and just dragging you down and slowing you down on your journey. Those are the people we're going to be talking about, because we have to be diligent about who we do life with. And those people we need to stay away from are called still people. Number 1, stay away from people still living in the past. Now, I'm not talking about the memories that you have of the past. Those are precious to each and every one of us, and that's how we grew up. I'm talking about people who still are living in the past. They're wanting to use old methods to work something new. I think it was Albert Einstein that said, you cannot solve a problem at the same level it was created. And let me tell you, we have to proceed forward. And if you're surrounded by people who are living in the past, well, this is the way we used to do it back in the day. Well, things have changed. Methods have changed. We've gotten smarter. We've done so much more than what we did back in the past. And that served a purpose for that season and that time. But guess what? People that still live in the past have a major problem. Even the Bible says that you should not remember the former things. He's doing a new thing. In other words, you have to proceed with what is new. The methods of the old way of doing that would work for some things, but not for the things that we needed to in the future. Number 2, stay away from people still complaining. Have you ever been around a person that is a chronic complainer? They complain about everything that they do, everything they come in contact. You can't even say anything positive because they'll complain about that positive thing you said. Hey, did you like the upgrade that they did? Yeah, let's see how long that lasts. I don't even know if it's going to last or not. Man. What about that raise? Yeah, there was 2%, man. They could have gave us more, man. I can't believe they only gave us 2% raise. What is that? People that are still complaining in their lives. You know what? We're all complainers at one point or another, but we have to proceed forward. And if we're going to do that, we're going to have to drop the complaining, drop the grumbling and all that kind of stuff. And the Bible has a lot of things to talk about that. You should read it and find out what Proverbs says about complaining. It'll blow your mind. Number 3, stay away from people still losing. Losing has to do with the mentality. It goes in with the first one of living in the past. But if we begin to notice that people are still losing that are around us, and they're not taking advice, they're not willing to change their atmosphere with a positive mindset, then they're continually losing. And if you don't get your mind straight, you're going to be one of those people that we need to stay away from that are still losing at everything they do. Change the mindset and you'll change the direction in your life. It's imperative that we understand you need to stay away from people who are still losing. Number 4, stay away from people still broke. Now, I know for a fact that when we said this one right here, stay away from people who are still broke, automatically If you're one to think if we're talking about money, then you might be one of those that are still broke. It's all about the mindset. It's all about how you perceive things. And we need some grace in our lives. Can I just be honest with you? And if we understand grace, then we'll look at things through a different perspective. We'll look at, hey, I get to go do this thing instead of, man, I have to go do this thing. Wow. No, we have the ability to do much in this life. And if we're still with a broke mentality, we need to change, and we need to stay away from people like that. Number 5, stay away from people still not making effort. This right here speaks to stagnation. Those who don't want to proceed and don't care to do anything more. Those who want to stay in their comfort zone. It's imperative that we understand that we need to stay away from people who are still not making an effort in their lives. You have got to work for what you want. You've got to proceed forward, and it's going to take effort to do so. I know a lot of people that have no chance in life because they don't have no effort. They don't have no passion. They don't have anything that they want to proceed forward. You got to remain busy. You got to remain focused on what you want to do. So stay away from people still not making an effort. Number 6, stay away from people still making excuses. Excuses, man. Wow. I didn't know they could come up with so many excuses. Hey, how come you didn't do this? Well, it was because of this. Well, how come you did this or that? It was because of that. They have an excuse for everything. It's time that we understand that if we're going to proceed forward, we're going to have to stop making excuses. And if you're one of those people, just stop it and take responsibility for what you're doing. Because if we don't, we're going to fall into this category, and it's going to be an annoyance to people that we hang around with. Stop making excuses and reach out to the people and say, hey, I take full responsibility for this. Stay away from people still making excuses. Number 7, stay away from people still hating. All right. In all these that we've talked about, here goes the toxicity that we need to deal with. Man, if you have people in your life that are chronic haters, they hate everything, man, you might want to talk to them and evaluate your relationship with them. You need to stay away from people who are still hating. No, you got to wish the best for everyone around you. You got to pour into people. Hey, man, I don't want to do that, man. They're going to excel more than I do. No. Allow that to happen, because your journey is not their journey. And they have a responsibility. You have a responsibility. But watch the people around you. And stay away from people who are still hating. That's a toxic person right there that just hates everything. That's not good, and it's not good for you. It's not good for the people around you. And guess what? Sooner or later, if you're walking with someone who hates, you too will begin to hate. Hey, I hope this is helpful to you. I hope that you're understanding the people that you need to stay away from. The still, STILL people. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of MenchacaChannel, where inspiration, motivation, and kingdom principles is what we do. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and ring that bell so you can get another episode of MenchacaChannel. And for you listening right now, stay away from still people. Until next time.